good evening. Tonight, with nothing to lose, Julie, do you love me, McCrossin? The return of the prodigal son, Peter, I feel pretty, Berner, and singer-author, Triple M radio star, heard right around the country, Fiona, I put a spell on you, Horne! And they're trying to get up the nose of Mikey, a white sport coat and a pink crustacean Robbins. Currently in Sydney, starring in Ben Elton's new play Popcorn, Nadine, Don't Take Your Love to Town, Garner, and one of Melbourne's hottest new comedians, Peter, like a bat out of Hellier.
And of course, the show is hosted by Paul the Laughing Gnome McDermott.
If you took a photo of Paul and then held the negative up to the light, he'd look like a reverse Mormon.
Which actually, mind you, strange enough, the reverse Mormon is a sexual position. Do try it later.
You got to ring the doorbell halfway through. All right, let's move on.
To get this show on the road, the game called This Is the Modern World. Julie, Peter, Fiona.
Yes, sir.
Do you know this story?
Oh,
Probably
yes.
not.
Okay.
Oh!
Really? Okay, sir.
Here's the cars.
In the inner car, too. I think that'd be a Harrier jump jet.
Jeez, I missed the cars.
Oh, they were the best, eh?
They're an ace band.
Well, Paul, this be a story that I may know something about because the Jetsons is my kind of television, and I understand this relates to a technological development that was predicted in the Jetsons. Keep watching television, you learn things.
That's right. Don't listen to your mother and your father. Spend hours in front of the box. Look what it did for me. Shut up.
It all turns on the capacity of the Harrier jump jet, which you may remember during the Falklands War, can go straight up and straight down.
Bit of Monica Lewinsky in that, isn't it? Oh, shut up again.
Can we get to the...
Yeah, give him a chance before we start booing, eh?
I could have stayed at home and been booed. I don't need to be booed here.
How was your wife?
She's well, thanks very much. She sends her regards.
Fiona, hit this story. My Harrier jump jet car has gone
Cars
up.
that can go straight up and straight down, straight up, across, down, sort of reduces
Jetsons technology,
the problem
we're
with
talking-
parking. It's to do with...
That's what they reckon in the Jetsons.
Where are the dogs
Fifth
that
Element,
talk?
that movie,
That's
The
what
Fifth
we
Element.
need from the Jetsons.
No, in the Jetsons. My dog can talk.
That's all right,
in the
Roach.
Jetsons, you remember they got up looking really daggy in the morning, and then all they had to do was to get on a conveyor belt, and they came out the other end looking great. Well, women, and I hope gentlemen too, in the new age movement...
That's like Sydney Airport, isn't it? You arrive looking great, get on a conveyor belt and feel shithouse at the other end.
You've got a baby now. In the future, not only will you be able to get into a car and fly through the air, but you'll just put your baby on the end of a belt with a pooey nappy. Woo, come out the other end, clean baby.
Hey, Julie, we already had that. It's called a dishwasher.
I'm going to give it to them 5 points, ladies and gentlemen. The only difference from the Jetsons is that US scientists have indeed developed a prototype of a flying car that carries 4 passengers and travels through the air at 620 kilometres an hour, which could be on sale within 5 years.
That'll be safe.
Hang on, isn't it just called an aeroplane?
The biggest problem with that is it gives a whole other dimension for taxi drivers not to know where they're going.
But, like everyone's saying, is it a good idea? Airborne cars will take all the fun out of pressing your naked buttocks against the window because you'll only horrify migrating birds. Or if you're flying home from the beach, the dog cuts the cheese, one of the kids opens the window and the entire family's sucked out into space. Still, it wouldn't be so bad if you're in a sky car and some idiot millionaire on a record-breaking balloon expedition immediately becomes just a giant helium-filled speed bump. Mikey, Nadine, Peter, what's happening in your slice of the modern world?
OK. Oh, it's old Holly from Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Cheeseburger.
Really bad school excursions. Isn't there something about brick rail, something about train of love?
Yeah, British Rail. British Rail have gone upmarket in their food. Because usually, you know, on British Rail, or most railway networks around the world, they will serve you what they run over. It's just like from the front grill to the hot grill to your plate. British Rail has served its last cheeseburger, and the burger is being sent to the British Museum. where it will decompose and stink within a week and a half.
Why don't they stop it from decomposing? What will they do to it?
Mummify it, put in the Egyptian exhibit.
Wouldn't McDonald's love that? The Tutankhamun burger.
Do anything to it. There's so many preservatives in them anyway. It'll just sit there for... It'll sit there and not decompose.
There are two exhibits. There's your cheeseburger exhibit, then your cheeseburger with extra fries exhibit. Optional extra.
And in a whole other room are the gherkins. Stuck to the roof.
I just hope that this food revolution doesn't mean the death of the Scotch egg. That marvellous little egg covered in batter, an English invention.
I'm wearing a kilt and going,
Actually, Julie, I always thought the Scotch egg was when your Scottish grandfather wore his kilt too high. I can see a wee Scotch egg.
Remember before when they were talking about the cheeseburger?
Yeah.
They were roughly right then. 5 points. In the UK, the last cheeseburger on the Great North Eastern Railway's menu is being preserved for posterity in a glass case as an exhibit at Britain's National Railway Museum. British Rail decided to change its traditional menu of high-fat takeaway food after it noticed passenger numbers were dropping off. Not because they were dissatisfied with the food, but because they were dead. Happily, this may not be the end for the last cheeseburger on the London to Edinburgh line. Scottish scientists are now trying to extract DNA from the burger in the hope of cloning it to see what happens when they feed it to Dolly the sheep. Next game is $1 Million Riff. Before the show, 2 members of each team were given 3 famous songs that have to perform the riffs for their teammates, Fiona and Julie.
Oh, I don't have to do it.
Don't worry, I can't see that. You've got a guess,
I am the winner.
Thank you. Don't you worry.
Off you go. First one.
Okay,
Rock on.
That's bloody cool. That's Eagle Rock.
Eagle Rock, you got it right. How high were you holding that bass?
What? Oh,
That bass. That wasn't my sex bass, was that? Let it up there. Better. Anyway, come on.
Oh, great.
This is a little bit modern for me, Fiona.
Okay, I'll start.
Oh, it's not modern, is it?
Da 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 da.
Come on, it's easy.
I have no idea. I think it's Tears for Fears, but...
Come on, work harder at it. Get to the chorus.
The crying game.
All right.
Cry like a...
Short.
Cry.
Oh, you just...
And the name
Come
of
on.
my auntie in Melbourne.
Oh, Jack. Cry. Oh, Cry by,
Old lady's name. Old-fashioned name.
How hard could it be?
Oh, the Mavises.
There you go. Well done.
Great.
Is this an oldie but a goodie?
It was very old and then it was redone.
Oh,
A small clue.
God, we lack creativity in this world.
Da 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 da.
To make it, but it took so long. It's MacArthur Park, isn't it?
Yes.
MacArthur Park by Donna Summer.
Who sang it, though? Who sang it?
Richard Harris.
Rex Harrison.
Get us over here.
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris. Sit down.
I knew.
Did you get the cake? You know, in the
Yeah, I
rain?
got the cake.
Yeah.
Cake in the
It's
rain.
all going
Someone
very
left
well.
my cake out in the rain. An odd thing to do in the
That'll
circus.
do.
I'm going to give them 4 points at the end of that, ladies and gentlemen. Pope John Paul II presided over the inauguration of an underground parking garage recently, invoking divine protection for the garage, the cars and the people who work there. John Paul finally decided to give papal blessing to the car park because he was sick of never being able to find a spot for the Pope-mobile when he popped out of the shops to get some milk. In fact, he's been on a blessing frenzy. This week, he also invoked divine protection for the Vatican bird bath, the Vatican garden gnome, and a bag of holy dynamic lifter.
That'll raise the dead, that one.
But the Pope probably won't use the blessed parking station himself because he often causes traffic jams with all the praying he does before attempting a reverse park. Nadine and Peter, some $1 Million risks for you. Oh! actually limbered up before doing it before.
Don't tell me the theme for Chariots of Fire.
OK, here's the first one.
You ready, Mike?
Yeah, I'm ready, mate.
Shoo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, yeah. Let's come together, the Beatles.
Yes!
Very good. 2 points. You were great. Fantastic.
We should point out that was the Aerosmith version, actually.
Right.
So he's done very well.
Okay.
I think it's clear.
You know it! I know you do!
It's the village people in the bloody Navy. In the gravy, you can eat your peas and spuds in the gravy. That's my version. That's cute.
Na 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 na.
You know that one too!
A little more.
Yeah, come on, let's really...
From the top!
Okay.
Okay. Okay, the third one was Like a Virgin, Madonna.
He's got it, ladies and gentlemen. 6 points. Thank you very much.
Well done. Mind you, I did like the In the Navy Like a Virgin.
Segue.
Actually,
segued into the other.
Actually, the really good thing, if you look at all 3 of those songs, it's a nice title for one song. Come Together in the Navy Like a Virgin. Now that's a ship I'd join.
Oh, saucy fella. A titanium chainmail outfit worn by Madonna is the unlikely inspiration behind a new method of helping surgical wounds to heal. The Material Girl has even accepted an award on behalf of the procedure at the Medical Industry's Wound Treatment Award Night, the Gammies. Madonna's pointy bra look has also been adapted for use in medical procedures and is now revolutionising prostate checks. Some of Cher's old outfits have been used in treatment too. After all, laughter is the best medicine. McCrossin team now on 9 points! The Robbins team, 11 points!
In my youth, my parents could not afford to purchase my high school uniform. So my mother, who was a dab hand at the arts, decided to paint the uniform directly onto my naked body. I even managed to hang out with the tough guys and smoke behind the toilets, as Mother had thoughtfully painted a packet of Marlboro into my top pocket. Unfortunately, my first day came to an abrupt and embarrassing end when I built up a sweat running for the school bus, thus dissolving my uniform. The whole school shunned me after this debacle, except for my art teacher, Miss Slark, who gave me an A. It's a cruel world.